This summer, as we're commemorating the 100th anniversary of the outbreak of the First World War, I think it's also important to remember the 200th anniversary of a forgotten historic moment, the signing of the definitive treaty of peace between Britain, her allies, and France. It brought to the close 12 years of war with Napoleon Bonaparte. The feeling of relief in Britain cannot be overestimated. In London, the Prince Regent, who hadn't actually taken part in any of the military campaigns, decided to celebrate in his own inimitable style. In St. James's Park, a series of extraordinary temporary pavilions were erected, the centrepiece of which was the Castle of Discord. The castle was bombarded by fireworks and shrouded in smoke. When the smoke cleared, miraculously, the Castle of Discord had been transformed into the Temple of Concord. Another pavilion that was erected in St. James's Park was a Chinese bridge and pagoda. Now, this was going to be brilliantly illuminated in the night. Unfortunately, when the pagoda was illuminated, it caught fire. The signing of the definitive peace treaty meant that British visitors could travel to Paris for the first time since the outbreak of the Revolutionary and then later Napoleonic Wars. In a series of satires on British tourists in Paris at the time, Parisian caricaturists noted the rather formal, rather clumsy fashions of the British in their city. And British visitors to Paris in the summer of 1814 could have effectively undertaken a grand tour of Europe just by walking through the halls and galleries of the museum. Sir John Soane had a lifelong fascination with Napoleon. His interest in the emperor stems for two reasons. Although he was a patriot and, of course, a governmental architect, Soane was a self-made man. And in a way, Napoleon's romantic life chimed in with Soane's own romantic idea of the self-made man. Soane started collecting objects which he thought were associated with Napoleon, the most poignant of which is a small mourning ring, which actually contains a lock of Napoleon's hair. Soane also collected important volumes from Napoleon and Josephine Bonaparte's library. One of the most beautiful is this volume by Percy and Fontaine. It was presented by the two designers who really came up with the idea of the empire style to Josephine Bonaparte before she is empress. Soane installed many of the objects associated with Napoleon in his incomparable displays at his house at number 13 Lincoln's Inn Fields. Amongst the more important portraits in our collection is a tiny portrait by an Italian artist called Cossia. The importance of this work lies in the sitter and the date of the painting. It dates to 1797, and the sitter is Napoleon.